Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Let's go. This one is actually gonna be almost like a ETOPS check, but it's not. It's a transit check. Some similarities, but not all the way. We're gonna go to DCA, engine oils, this and that. Make sure everything's okay. Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Another adventure, another episode. We're going to start our day off with a transit check on this beautiful 321 Neo. Now, you always see me doing ETOPS checks, but a transit check is a very similar check. Let me break these down to you in a progressive order because there is a hierarchy of checks that need to be done. Different airlines do it a different way. They call them different things. But here we go. Let's talk about these. The rules and conditions are initially developed by the manufacturer itself. After that, the airlines, as well as the governing bodies within the respective countries, will take over and they will create a maintenance program. The maintenance program will dictate the times and the limitations of the aircraft and when these checks need to be performed. All this is in order to keep the aircraft's airworthiness intact. Now, forgive me, I'm repurposing old footage here right now so you guys can just have something to watch, but just hear me out. The lower classification of checks is anything below an A check. Don't worry, we're going to talk about the A check in a bit. Example, the thing that we're talking about here is a transit check. This includes the basics, walk around, making sure the tire inflation is good, checking cargo pits, servicing engine oils, making sure there's no discrepancies, and just the overall general condition of the aircraft. The running joke of make sure the big pieces are hanging, basically. Next, progress into a service check. Service checks go into more details. It might ask you to check certain components, such as accumulators, or to perform certain functional checks within the computer systems of the aircraft. Progression goes on into a periodic check or a periodic service check. It gets deeper into the service program. By the way, all these things are progressive, as in what you did on the service check, it has been done on a transit check. What you're gonna do in a periodic check is basically the same things that you're going to do on a transit and a service check. It builds on top of each other. That's what I'm talking about. Now, these things can be performed on the line, but usually they're reserved for the overnight stays. The philosophy behind this is redundancy, checking something over and over and over again. These checks are also time-limited items. As I told you earlier, it's required to do these things to keep the aircraft's airworthiness into a live effect. Now, majority of the time, what you see me doing is performing ETOPS check, which is a kind of a standalone check on its own, because it's a very particular parameter for such a flight. Extended operations. The aluminum can flying over big bodies of water or land. Again, it mimics the same type of maintenance procedures that we are doing. It's just with an extra bit of inspections. I would say the ETOPS check probably falls between somewhere of a service check and a periodic check. Okay, so now getting into the heavier stuff, the letter checks, the A checks, the B checks, the C checks, and even the D checks. There's varying parameters in between all of this. Everything from 500 flight hours to 3,000 cycles or 12 months, or a mixture of both. You can even subdivide these to keep the aircraft being airworthy into a phase check. A full A check could almost take a month, but you can subdivide it into a phase check. You can make it into a A1, A2, A3. Same thing with the B checks and the C checks. It's like partitioning a hard drive. You perform these checks to keep the airplane flying, but we perform them a little bit at a time. Let's take, for example, an A check. An A1 is a heavy left wing inspection. An A2 is a heavy right wing inspection. Reach to the end of the check, let's say the A10, then you have completed the whole check over the progression of maybe a couple of months. But the cool thing about this is the airplane still flies at the end of the day. We can perform these tasks for A checks, B checks, and C checks, but when it comes down to the big checks, such as a D check, at that point, the aircraft has to get grounded. This is over the interval of over 6,000 hours of the aircraft's life. At this point, everything gets ripped apart and put back together. That needs incredible amount of attention and detail, and usually goes to a heavy base station. And we're just scratching the surface here because the maintenance program extends even further beyond the checks themselves. You have engineering orders, modifications, or even supplemental orders. Bottom line here is I need you to understand that maintenance is consistently being performed on aircraft at all times. Just because you don't see it, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We're still working and we're still doing our jobs. The complexities and the intricacies of aircraft maintenance and their maintenance programs is mind-boggling. It takes a dedicated army of people to put all this together and to also make sure they're in compliance with the rules and regulations within their own governing bodies, whether it be the FAA or the ICAO or EASA or whatever it is. But when it boils down to the core level of it, to the end user, then this is what you're hearing. You're talking to a mechanic, and a mechanic is explaining to you what we do when we get assigned to these kind of tasks. Well, in any case, I hope that was some sort of a good understanding to you how aircraft progress through their inspections and what you see me doing on a constant level on my side of the field, on my side of the job as line maintenance for live aircraft. Okay, that being said, now we're going to move on. Remember last week we talked about tires? I got another little thing about tires that I forgot to mention last week. So there is a variety of markings on tires as well as the rim assemblies themselves that designate certain things, such as rim assembly, part numbers and serial numbers, the tires on the side that designate the rim size or the wheel size, slippage points. The one thing I actually found very curious, and it's nothing official, is on this particular tire, the Michelin Air X, these markings right here, these lines, look at them very carefully. Now, we as maintenance, we inspect tires very thoroughly, and 1/8 of a circumference for a tire is incredibly important. There are rules and regulations on where and how a tire can wear and where it can wear and how much it can wear. Understanding where you can allow a tire to keep on being serviceable is determined by the 1/8 circumference of the tire itself, or the damaged portion of it. I know somebody's going to say, Stig, how are you going to allow a damaged tire to fly? Well, I don't make these rules. You can talk to the manufacturer about this. The inspection still goes because we are paying attention to the 1/8 circumference of portions of damage. There are certain rules and regulations, as I said earlier, that is allowable for tires to still fly. Now, determining the 1/8 circumference is the important part for aircraft maintenance, especially to my newcomers who are getting into this industry. Now, with the Michelin tire itself, it actually gives you marks. I think it got done inadvertently because of the stamping of the tire or the molding of the tire, because you get these little markings, because it subdivides the tire itself into partitions of 8 sections. That means 1/8 of the circumference every section of the tire. Now, you can go to a different brand or different manufacturer, such as Goodyear that you see here. It doesn't exist. It's a nice smooth sidewall, but there's an easy way to determine 1/8 circumference. Now, it just takes basic math and visual cue of subdividing or drawing lines of determining 1/8 circumference of a tire. Once again, none of this is official. I've never seen it in a manual. It's just a visual cue for you guys. It's something that I just picked up over the years. You can call it tribal knowledge if you want. I even went to double check on a 787 tire, a Bridgestone tire. Yes, there are some markings, but they're not equivalent to 1/8. Once again, you can still utilize the simple mathematics or just markings and make the determination of yourself of where the 1/8 circumference of a tire is. I know, this is something so obligatory and so minute, but I thought it's important. I guess I'm mostly catering to my mechanics on this one because I want you guys to understand how to properly inspect a tire or see and get the measurements that you need. Okay, enough about tires and all this hoopla. Let's keep on moving. We got a lot more work to do. And just to reiterate the legality of this section of this video, please follow your maintenance manual procedures and your regulations. Please, that's all it is. All I'm here is just giving you a little bit of tribal knowledge. That is all. Okay, let's keep going. We're pushing back right now, guys. We're going flying. Nope, no, we're not. Typical influencers. That's hilarious. It's a pretty day, though. Okay, E-Tops time. As always, this one's gonna go out to Honolulu. There's the forward cargo pit. We're gonna go through and make sure all the netting is good. I already inspected this one. No damage, no frays, the usual. There we go. Good, looking good. This one's already up. I already saw this one. Oh, there's a funny sticker right here. Hold on. That's hilarious. Trash Panda. That's funny. Partner already oiled the engines. He's taking care of the APU right now. I'll look at this real quick, make sure everything's A-okay. Okay, got the post-flight printed. Need the APU hours as well. Pull that up. Service data. There you go. I just need the hour. Oh, that's a heavy hour APU. Print that out as well. And then just go through the parameters as usual. So far, so good. Yeah. Oh, these things. Always the Velcro coming off all the time. Don't worry. That's the least of my worries right now. I just noticed this. One of the oxygen bottles adds below limits. You got to change the O2 bottle. That's supposed to be 1350 minimum for an E-Tops flight. But yeah, let's go downstairs, change it. It's real easy. All right, let's see. Got all my torque wrenches. Got a brand new bottle right here. Oh, it's nice. One of the brand new composite ones. Anyway. This is the bottle we're changing right here. That one. First things first, let's close it out. And then we just take it apart. This is super easy. Don't worry, get some gloves on before I do this. But it's gonna be that, right there, and then this whole thing just comes off. Easy. Most of you guys see these bottles and you think it's for you as a passenger. No, it's not. This is specifically for the flight crew. There's actually 2 of these on our 321 Neos because they are E-Tops certified. Now, one thing I failed to mention is that there is also procedures to pull circuit breakers to disable certain systems. You'll see that at the end of the video. But what you're seeing me doing, which I already loosened, is the overpressure line and the main supply line right there that I pull out. We're gonna put on the protective cap and then we're gonna disassemble the rest of the unit. It's a super easy job, and thank goodness, like I said before, this is a composite bottle. They're very lightweight. The older ones were made out of steel and incredibly heavy. There you go, that's the new bottle installed. I'm gonna secure it with the straps just like normal. Torque that down and install these main, torque those down, and then we're gonna leak check it. That's it, and then I'll go check upstairs. Pretty easy. All right, sorry I didn't get a chance to show you me torquing it. I needed both my hands. But yeah, torqued, and now we slowly, gently open up the bottle. So what I'm talking about here is opening up the bottle slowly because you do not want to surge the system. That's close to 2,000 PSI of pressure right there. Opening it up slowly is going to allow or introduce pressure into the system and gradually increase it. Usually good to do it at a quarter of a turn or a bit more, but just do it slowly, give it time. Also, another thing I failed to mention, please keep your tools clean, grease-free, dirt-free. Pure oxygen, does not mix well with dirt or grease. That equals out to an explosion. Okay, now we're going to leak check this. Okay, I got my rag under there, and we're looking for bubbles. And what we say, no bubbles, no troubles. Beautiful, no bubbles. Same thing for this one. Oh, it's hard to get in there. Don't worry, I'll get it, but yeah, you get the idea. Then we'll go upstairs and we'll double check. Good. Good. All right, let's go upstairs. We got all our wrenches, got all the tooling. Yeah. No leaks. Oh yeah, but this is the other bottle. There's two of them on the Neos for the E-Tops ones. But yeah. Alrighty, that's it for now. Down periscope. Okay, here we go. Breaker back in. And let's see. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Easy. And we're done with these hops as well. Good timing. Off to Honolulu with this one. Mahalo. No, don't worry. I didn't forget. We're going to do the oxygen mask as well. The test. One for the second observer, as well as the captain, and as well as for the first officer and the first observer. So yeah, all the tests do get performed. This is standard procedure. By the way, pilots do this before they even fly. This day is done. Let's move on to the next one. We got more adventure to come. Good morning. Good morning. Let's go. First flight of the day. Time to wake up, honey. Time to go to work. Come alive. All right, let's go. It's going to be a fun day. Get this powered up, and then we'll walk to the cabin. The triple click is basically the MCU coming online, and the aircraft is now registering itself and is doing its self-diagnostic tests, and it's basically good to go. Once everything is powered up and ready to go, now we're going to align the aircraft and making sure that it's ready for the pilots. This thing's about ready to go. Pilots should be here about 15 or 20 minutes from now. I want to just align it and get it ready for them, because I just need to make sure that there are no faults or no issues happening. Nobody likes a last minute gate call. But yeah, it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. This airplane's good to go. All these faults are going to go cleared out. You'll see it here in a second. going to initiate through the MCDU, and I'm going to call the request from company because it's also talking to GPS and SATCOM and everything else. It's going to pull the data and all the requests for the flight plan, as you can see right here. It's going to give them their weather reports. It's going to give them all the runway information, everything. Basically, it uploads the data to the aircraft systems. This gets done on every single flight. So this is the beginning day of this flight or this bird. So maintenance usually tries to take care of this before the pilots arrive. So it makes their job easier, relieves the load, and we try to help as much as possible. And as you can see, the ADS-B system also gets engaged. I can play around with the systems here and play with the range markers. But yeah, everything comes alive. Airplane is getting back into its flight configuration. Flight attendants are already here. I better hurry up. As the airplane gets pushed back, it's going to get ready to go. And this is one of my favorite things right here, to sit back and enjoy the engine startup. This is going to be a Leap 1A. Volume up. Let's give her a little bit of oil. Okay, engine oils are serviced. We're good on that. But we came in with a little inbound item. Let's see now. Hydraulics are good too. But here's our problem today. So first officer's, let's see, right hand shoulder harness is not retracting. It's supposed to retract just like that. But this one, the inertia reel is working, but not retracting all the way. That's the problem. You can also lock these things out as well, like that. They won't retract or at all, but that's not the issue here. It's just not retracting. Let's figure it out. So let me pause it right here real quick and let me take you through my mental process of what's happening. As soon as I get the initial write-up, such as this right here, I'm already preparing myself. I'm pulling up the proper documentation and the manuals. Next is arriving at the aircraft and looking at the issue itself. This one right here, not a big deal, right? Up next is actually your common sense. It's deductive logic and reasoning. Something as simple as comparing it to the other seatbelt, making sure it's working the same way. After that, it's simply nuts and bolts. Start taking things apart and follow the procedures and the manuals and see what the problem is. Once you find the problem, now it becomes very easy. You either have the option to adjust it because the manuals also give you the instruction to do that, or let's say if you actually find a damaged component, then you start assessing the situation through that portion. You get the proper part numbers from your IPC, Illustrated Parts Catalogs. You order the part. If it's in stock, you get it. If not, then you start looking at it as a deferral program. See if it's deferrable. Within this situation, all we had to do is adjust and put it back together, sign off the paperwork, and off she goes flying. I have to take this whole apart, see what's going on. All right, use the little handy dandy screwdriver here. Took off the top portion of it. Sometimes these things get caught, so not a big deal. Let's see what happens. So take that off. Ah, there. That's all it was. It wasn't broken. It was just getting caught right there. It was getting caught up. See? Now it works. Okay, no problem. And the inertia reel is way down there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's way down there. Okay, no problem. Easy. So in order to keep this thing from constantly rolling back on me, I'll just hook it up to this. And same thing with this one right here. Bring it out like that. And we'll just hook it up to the 5-point harness right here, so we're not fighting the belt itself. But yeah, there it is. Those are the inertia reels. One for the left, one for the right harness. And there's the cable. You see the cable? The cable leads to the inertial reel lock. So yeah. So that's all it was. We're just getting caught up on something, but looks like it's pretty good now. I'm gonna put this back together. Easy. Got one set. And there you go. Works as advertised. Easy money. And we also test. Put it into lock. Unlock. Easy fix. On to the next one. Let's go. And yes, I haven't forgotten. We haven't done it in a while. Too close for missiles. Switching to guns. Never gets old. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, quick little update for you guys. Here's what Terminal 4 looks like now. They are almost done with the construction. I believe these are going to be gate 49 right here. these are the new gates that are going to be opening up pretty soon here. I think the wide bodies are going to be coming over here. So yeah, stay tuned for this. Hopefully we're going to get these opened up, and the other ones are still under construction. But yeah, there you go. This is what the new gate structure is going to look like at Terminal 4 at LAX. Back to the wide bodies. Plastic Princess, we're back on a brake riding crew today. Come on, let's move this thing. Do a quick walk around. I always love how this looks. So cool. All composite too. Okay, the rest of this video is going to be brake riding, so I'll keep the ATC chatter on because a lot of you guys enjoy that. So yeah, enjoy. Let's go for a ride. They're going to pull the jet bridge for us already. There she is. Beautiful. This should be fun. Let's set this all up, transponder, make the radio calls. And off we go. I think we only got 2 moves today.
LA ground, horizon 2016, top Charlie 7, ready to taxi, with Quebec.
Resident 2016, runway 25 right, taxi via Bravo.
Runway 25 right via Bravo, horizon 2016. Ground, Hudson South 18, approaching checkpoint, park 881.
2518, Los ground taxi, the Bravo, hold short of Charlie 7.
Taxi via Bravo, hold short, Charlie 7, Skywest 2518. LA ground, American maintenance 1 heavy, top of Charlie 10 to Charlie 13.
American maintenance 1 heavy, Los ground, and make a right turn on Charlie, hold short of Kilo.
Charlie horse short of Kilo, American maintenance 1 heavy.
And last 284, are you able to make that right turn on Charlie 6? Looks like the heavy Charlie's moving.
Well, we could make the right turn at Charlie 6 if you need, but it sounds like they are moving now.
Yeah, I see it moving. Just hold short of Charlie 5 for now.
Okay, we'll be short of Charlie 5, Alaska 284.
Sorry, the 2016 monitor car.
Monitor tower at 2016.
And United 24, Christian, United 2732, as able to make the right turn on Charlie, hold short Charlie 7.
Right turn on Charlie, short of Charlie 7, United 2732.
Skywest 6799, continue via Bravo, Charlie 6 to the ramp as able.
Bravo Charlie 6, as able to head to 7. Ground, United 6 tailgate, just a heads up, our tug is acting up. We can move, but it's going to be very, very slow.
No problem. And where are you guys going?
We're going to Charlie 3.
Okay, we'll check Charlie 4.
So Charlie 4, United.
Maintenance 1, wait for the opposite direction, Embraer, then you continue via Charlie Lima, Bravo, and then Bravo 13, Charlie 13.
After Embraer, Charlie Lima, Bravo, and then Bravo 13, American Minutes 1 Heavy. Ground Alaska 284.
Alaska 284, good.
Yeah, just for flying purposes and starting our other engine. You think it's going to be all the way up to the heat time, or we'll get out to the early?
You get off a couple minutes early, so 28, you should depart 5 minutes before that time, and then they'll get you on the runway in about 2 minutes before that time. So 28, 20, like that. Well, I'll start moving here about 15, so here in a couple minutes.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it. South Skywest 6916, clearing runway 25 right at Juliet, going to 64 Bravo.
That was 2916, Los ground taxi, the Bravo, Charlie 6 to the right.
Bravo, Charlie 6,
Charlie 2167, Los ground taxi, the Bravo, then Charlie 7 and Bravo 13, give way to opposite direction, heavy tow.
Bravo is Charlie 7, and give way to the opposite direction, heavy tow. Horizon at Bravo 13, Horizon 2167.
American 13, United 2732, taxi, Charlie 7, Bravo, runway 25 right.
Charlie 7, Bravo, runway 25 right, United 2732.
Skywest 6518 and Charlie 7, give way to United out.
Charlie 7, give way to United, 6518.
United 2444, I did move it here in about 5 minutes before.
Okay, thanks for the heads up. Ground Scout 6380, check 1-2.
Horizon 2167 at Juliet, give way to United.
At Juliet, give way to United, Horizon 2167.
Skywest 5380, Los ground taxi, the Bravo, Charlie 6.
Bravo, Charlie 6, Scout 6380. Ground Scout 2518, you still need to hold short Charlie 7.
Skywest 6518, negative 15 via Bravo, Charlie 6.
Bravo, Charlie 6, Scout 2518.
United 1363, Los ground taxi, the Bravo, Charlie 6, Charlie to the right as equal.
That's that. That was easy. We're gonna leave this running because other maintenance guys are already here. They're gonna start working on it, so no need to turn it off. That's it. On to the next one. I think the next one's gonna be a 737. Say bye to the Plastic Princess. Oh, looks like Buzz turned the airplane off. It's all right. I'll get it back up and going. They might have thought it was overnighting right here at the gate. Cabin is clear. Let's go for a ride. One of the most fun parts of the job is moving aircraft around. We can do it like this as a brake rider, and we have the qualifications to also taxi aircraft under its own power. But we do that only for specific reasons, only if it's a maintenance issue or a maintenance taxi. Majority of the time, we will tow the aircraft because it's better for fuel consumption. But here's a fun one for you. If you ever go flying and you get to your destination and you're getting off the airplane and you see somebody with a vest inside the flight deck, guess what? Most of the time, that's probably the mechanic. I find it quite funny because people sometimes don't know and they'll just walk by and they'll say thank you and I'll kind of turn around and give them a wave and give them a thumbs up. What I want to say here, if you ever want to see the flight deck, don't hesitate. Ask the flight attendant. 99% of the time, they're going to say, yeah, go ahead, go check it out. And if it's a mechanic, trust me, we will talk your ear off, especially if it's me. Pilots also love doing this. But pilots sometimes are very busy people. Most of the time when you're getting off the airplane, they're probably gone at that point because they got to catch their next flight. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, don't hesitate to ask. And trust me, you'll enjoy it. You'll get to see all the bells and whistles and all the buttons, especially to the younger crowd. I always love seeing kids get inside and their eyes just go all over the place and they're super happy. Adults too. It's quite enjoyable for me. But anyway, I'll stop talking. Let's enjoy this ride.
887 on the cross, 258. 807, make the right on Bravo and then Charlie 4, Charlie is civil. Right on Bravo, Charlie 4, Charlie Park, 887. American 1675, continue on Bravo and then Charlie 4, Charlie, I'll try Charlie 3, park you there for a couple minutes. Bravo, Charlie 4, Charlie, short Charlie 3, American 1675. Ground sky was 3356, gate 69 Alpha, request pushed. 3356, push approved, tail east 25 right. East 25 right, sky was 3356. Ground sky 6315, at the box with Victor. At the box, pulse sign again. Skywest 6315. Skywest 6315, thanks. Behind this Pilatus, taxi runway 25 right, Charlie 5 and Bravo. Alright, 25 right, Charlie 5, Bravo behind the Pilatus, got 6315. Skywest 5087, information Victor, current monitor to power. Good day, production 87. United 2397, just pull up a little bit closer so you're not blocking Charlie 5 behind you. Can you repeat that for United 2397? Pull up closer to Charlie 6 so you're not blocking Charlie 5 that's behind you. Roger that, we'll pull up now to Charlie 6, United 2397. Thanks. Swiss 41 Golf. Go ahead, first Swiss 4 Golf. Swiss 4 Golf, go ahead and continue your push, but CA is doing it anyways. Go ahead and push tail to the west here on Charlie. You want us to push tail to the west on Charlie. Confirm Swiss 4 Golf Heavy? Yeah, it looks like you're already doing it anyway, so that's approved. Okay, Roger, thank you. We instructed the crew initially to push tail south. Delta 883 left turn here on Bravo. Delta 883 left on Bravo, and then Bravo November North Route. Left turn on Bravo, and then right turn Bravo November North Delta 883. Ground citation 525 Mike, checkpoint 2. 525 Mike, thanks. Taxi, right turn on Bravo, hold short of Quebec. Right turn on Bravo, short of Quebec, 25 Mike. Skyway 6315, monitor tower, bye-bye. Tower, Skyway 6315. With phone golf, no problem. Yeah, it looks like the tunker just didn't listen to you or something, that's fine. Just continue tail west there. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, tail west on Charlie now, so hold on.
Hey, ground, United 2691, hold short of Charlie with Victor.
United 2691, LA ground, runway 25 right, taxi via Bravo, and then Charlie 4, Charlie, hold short of Charlie 3.
25 right of Bravo, and Charlie 4, hold short of Charlie 3, United 2691.
Gotta work on a flow time for you. Oh, 525, Mike, monitor turn on 2095. 25, Mike, copy. American 1675, you continue taxi, Charlie 3 Bravo to runway 25 right. Charlie 3 Bravo, runway 25 right, American 1675. United 2691, so flow to Phoenix, release at 50, time now 38 again.
There you go, all done. Isn't that a beautiful sunset? All right, I already got the beacon off, hydraulics off. I already had the bleed air off, so I really don't need to worry about that. Say goodnight. Now we'll wait for the APU door to close. Just a couple of minutes. Say goodnight. Well, folks, that is it for this episode. That is it for this adventure. I hope you guys all had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the sights and sounds. And as always, don't hesitate to ask questions. I'll always get back to you when I can, but I always will. But that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Stig signing out. Later.